Okay, so what is the role of networking and how does it help? I think it's again an obvious question, but please do answer. Dr. Samir?
Yes, sure. Thank you. So I think I will tell you like two stories. Okay, one of myself and one of my friend. So my story, the only inpatient rotation that I had is with Mount Sinai, Miami Beach. That's in Miami, Florida. Uh, they take a lot of IMGs, mostly Spanish speaking, like bilingual IMGs who are like Hispanics, and they take many residents who did rotation out there. So that's what, like in 1 month of rotation that I could do with them, I had known all these chiefs, I had known the residents, and because I asked some of the senior residents that I worked with, they were able to fetch me an interview, which was, I don't think anyone else would get match or resident or interview uh, at that program without any help. So,
Okay,
so that's my
okay,
story of Mount Sinai, Miami. So another of story is for my friend who got a radiology residency in University of Maryland. So he had a good score, like probably like every one of us. Uh, so he found someone through Twitter, and the guy was an attending in University of Maryland. So he made a good network. So he got sponsored in rotation in University of Maryland through that attending. So for many
okay.
of us who is already a graduate, there is very less opportunities. So the ones who are
Hmm.
still in medical school, they can go for electives. They don't come cheap, but they still have a good chance. And electives count much higher than any observership. So this guy, University of Maryland do not offer any observership for the graduates, but he got sponsored by that attending, and he got interview, and he matched in radiology in University of Maryland. So s- everyone thought it was impossible, right? But he got in. So
Yeah,
role. So I would suggest everyone to reach out. You will get, like, many of the people you reach out to won't reply you back. They might not help you get interview to the same program they are in, but they might guide you through the process, or like where you can go for the rotations. They have much better idea than you have. So it's always good to reach
yes.
out to your seniors, your like people from your home country who have matched, or anyone who
Hmm.
is on there. Just go for it. Figure out whether they are in LinkedIn, whether they are in Twitter. Go everywhere, and maybe out of 100 people, if two people replies back to you, that's still much worth it, and you might get matched because of them. So it's very important.
Yes.
Even I
Okay,
want to add.
beware, I might slide into your DMs.
um,
Yeah, please go ahead, Dr. Ankita.
So what he said is exactly like true for me also. Um, I had a good network because I had many seniors who helped me in getting interview. So I think networking is very important in getting residency in the United States. I mean, everybody has good score, everybody has good profile, and what sets you apart? Like to get interview, if you have somebody in the program, then you will definitely get an interview. So I mean, that's how I got like more than 10 interviews through my friends only. So I think if you reach out to people, if you tell them that if you can help them for interview, and if you have mentors or anybody, you have to reach out and they will definitely help you. And networking is a must, I would say. Like he said, if you talk
Yeah.
to people in LinkedIn, in like anywhere, in any social media, if you write them, then they will definitely help you.
Yeah,
Dr.
that's
Ravi?
completely.
Well,
Even in my case, I did rotate at UAB, and I was able to connect with an
Yeah.
alumni actually who was an associate professor at UAB. She not on so she didn't get me an interview at UAB, but she knew someone in Wisconsin who got me an interview in Wisconsin. And while I was rotating at UAB, you make connections even in the program, and UAB is a top 30 program.
Yes,
They accept less than 5% IMGs. Honestly, through connections, I was able to even interview at UAB, which was a big talk for me in itself. So it's not only networking, it's also how you present yourself at your elective. But everyone here is absolutely correct. Networking is probably one of, if not the most important things that you will do in this journey, and you need to know how to perfect it. Because I can say maybe 4 or 5 of my interviews were through networking. So it's
okay.
genuinely very important to reach out to people. Like she said, reach out to your seniors. Anywhere on social media is a good option. And yeah.
Okay. Is there
Right. And
something
like
else you want to?
Dr. Sameer
Yeah.
mentioned, if you reach out to 100 people, maybe 4 or 6 might reply to you. So that is going
Yes.
to be the case because no one is responsible for you. Whoever has time, will reply to you, which we have to understand. We'll feel bad. Like even I reached out to a lot of people and I felt bad that why they're not replying to me. But then you just need one person to help you out because one interview is what you need to do it right. And so you have to keep knocking on whichever doors and whichever opportunities you get. That's all I can
Is
add
it
to this.
ethical to connect with the program directors, like text them, inbox
Uh,
them, like DM them? Is it ethical
no,
before,
I mean,
like before matching and
I
all?
don't I don't know if it's ethical, but it might irritate them because I remember when I was rotating, let's just take an example of Metro Health. So when I was rotating at Metro Health, I did reach out to the program director in internal medicine and I did tell them that I would be interested in the program. So they acknowledged my interest, but they said that you shouldn't, I won't be able to meet you or something before the match season because it's it's their own principle. So you can't really
Yeah,
blame them. It's
yeah.
they're right on their part. So I think
I
program
saw
director is the
Dr.
last person
Samir
you should reach out
smiling. Is there, do you have
to.
some experience related to this?
No. So what I was thinking is, so nothing is unethical, okay? Nothing is unethical.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if that's good enough. And another part of it is, so like we were saying, so there might be a cutoff of 5 years and you are on 6th year. So if you send them email, so whether it goes to the PD or whether it goes to the program coordinator, so even if they take a quick look to your CV, so which was gonna get filtered out, that's still good, right? So it's better to have a
Okay.
rejection by someone looking at your CV than having no any response to your application. So that's what I think. So I have got few rejections after I have sent them the letter of interest, but I
Yeah.
feel pretty fine. So that's a good thing. You get a letter of rejection. At least you know that they looked at your CV, right? So that's my thinking on it.
Yeah.
Now
I
to
will say
end,
that, oh, sorry. Sorry, Dr. Samir, you're finishing.
sorry, yeah. So what I was telling is it's good to reach out to as many people, whether it's PD, whether it's PC, your friends, your enemies, whatever it is. They might help you get into the program, get any interviews, or get
Yeah.
yourself one of those programs. And it's most helpful for someone who has like red flags like failures or like high
Yeah.
year of graduation, all those things. So when you have a contact and good networking, all these filter cutoffs, they don't matter. So they will look into your
Yeah.
application, they get you in if they want you. Okay, so there is connection is the most important thing that you need for this
Yes.
journey.
Coming to
Okay,
the
I would want to add something. Sorry, Dr. Avi.
uh,
I didn't know that you were talking. Continue,
yeah,
please.
so coming to the program director point, meeting the program director, I actually did meet with the program director at UAB. There were actually two program directors. So we met with all the chiefs. We met with both the program directors, emailed the program directors. I don't think any of it is unethical because honestly, it's a life-changing step in your sorry, it's an important step in your career, right? So you will do everything you can to try and land an interview. Um, Most of them won't really pay any heed to your email. They might just reject. They might not even, take a look at it. But in case they do, like Dr. Sim, you said, they might just take a look at your CV and you might just end up with an interview. I know of this one funny incident wherein in a meet and greet, a hacker hacked into someone's profile, and he was messing around the meet and greet with that person's username. And because of that, the program director remembered that username, and he looked through the
Oh,
person's CV. He actually liked the CV, and he ended
oh,
up extending. So it was just by chance, it wasn't, it was at that point, it may have seemed unfortunate, but she actually ended up with the CV because a hacker hacked into her profile. So you never know how it can happen. You just need them to take a look at your CV. So anything to make that happen.
yeah. Yeah, I think. Okay,
Yeah.
so can you reach out to the program directors or like professors for electives via LinkedIn? Will they connect with you? Will they like help you out?
Actually,
I think
actually, I have a
email is the best
very
way to. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
yeah. As you were saying, Dr. Rishi, email is a good way. I had an example of that, so therefore I was like mentioning it. It's like similar to Dr. Ankita, as she said, she did not know if she'll get the second rotation or not. So it's like a leap of faith. You go there and you email thousands of attendings, thousands of numbers or emails you get. So I got this inpatient rotation from the attending, and it was like I was calling him as many times as I could into his office, his PC or whatever who was picking it up. They gave me his email, and he'll text you, he'll respond you back. So I got a reply that all of my seats are allocated already, and if in case I have anyone who is not coming, not showing up, only then I can give it to you. And again, I like after a few days, okay, is there any spot left? Is anyone not showing up? He was like, he just like told one of his students that kindly tell this person that I'll take you in case, and just give me a few days to confirm and we'll take you. So I just don't have time to reply back to email, but I'll take you. And then I went there, and he asked me first thing that, what do you know about me? So know the person you are contacting first thing.
Yeah.
If you know
Yeah.
nothing about them and you say you are so much interested in learning from them, please write learning from them, not gaining a letter of recommendation for them. It will go a long way. Mentorship goes a long way. They can get you
Yeah.
in interview for your match. They can get you, if you do not match, they can get you a research fellowship. They can get you fellowships later on.
Hmm.
So it's not about a letter of recommendation or US clinical experience. It's a lot more. Mentorship is very important. So treat them that way. So he told me on the day one of my rotation that the only reason I took you and was your persistence. You persistently tried to be there with me to come
Yeah.
here. So that's how I got
Hmm.
that US clinical experience. So networking is very important. Reaching out is very important. Asking for help is very important. Don't be the frog of the well. Always go ahead and try. The worst thing is
Yeah.
listening a no, and that's not worse at all, because that's how you get the response. No response is a bad thing actually. But yes, I would want to add one more thing, since we all are so much up highlighting networking. But I would say that none of my interviews were from my friends on networking, but I did match. So it's not like if you are from some medical college who does not have a lot of senior or alum in US, you could not contact, or you are about to land on matching season and you still did not have a lot of good contacts or connections. You are introvert, you couldn't do it. It's not like end of the world. You can still give it a try, make other things better. It's not like end of the world that you know no one in the United States, you could not go for US clinical experience. Everything is possible. Just don't give up the hope.
Yeah.
And I would say if you do not get do get less amount of interviews, still you need one interview to match. So let's present yourself that well that they are like begging to take you. So that's how it is.